top five.
Yeah, girl. You ready to do this? You ready to count this thing down? We're doing the top 5, her. Yeah, let's set it off with 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's okay. Well, you want to know? Wait, have you seen Daredevil season 1?
Yes.
Do you want to know how to do a Wilson Fisk?
Oh, I know. Wilson Fisk.
Thank you, Wesley.
Thank you, Wesley.
Thank you, Wesley.
Vanessa.
Oh, that's the other one.
Vanessa.
Thank you,
I
Wesley.
haven't shared this with you. This is
Vanessa.
On summer days, I like to cool off with a nice Fisk iced tea.
I'm a little scared.
When baking a cake, the first step is to Fisk 3 eggs in a bowl.
Don't forget your jacket, Wesley. It's very Fisk outside. Oh, no, I want him to be like, he gets like a weather controlling machine, and he's just like, prepare yourself, Spider-Man. It's about to get Fisk. Because he fought Spider-Man, right? That's a cartoon.
I think so.
Yeah, he
Spider-Man.
did. Give me your Fisk pump.
Vanessa, put your whole Fisk inside me.
Oh, you want to step to me, huh? Fisk.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Pod Cavern. So excited to have you guys back in the cave with us. A very exciting episode today. It's like 3 mini episodes in one. But before we get to that, I really want to introduce my guest. Let me just say first that this is ranked top 5 lists of stuff that don't matter. And my name is Tuong La. And today, I'm going to cut that out. And today I have
Leave it in.
special guests. Well, first we have the main villain from the hit Marvel Netflix show, Wilson Fisk. Thank you for joining us today.
Yes, thank you, Vanessa. What was your name?
My name's Tuong.
Vanessa. It's good to see you. I put on a coat. It's very Fisky outside.
Okay, that is Leslie Cserepy. He's back. We can't get rid of him, folks.
I'm back, folks. Ranked Nation. Tuong, I'm waiting for my offer for co-host at this point.
The budget's not there, but...
oh, it's not?
It's not there yet.
Well, listeners, if you want to see Leslie be a co-host, hashtag Leslie co-host. And if you don't, Leslie, hashtag Leslie no host.
Oh, okay.
As
Great.
I choke.
Cool. Leslie.
What's up?
Who is this dashing young Jax Teller right next to you?
That's a visual bit.
Yeah,
no one's gonna
understand, but you look like him.
Oh, thank you.
Well, I know who you're talking of, but I just can't see because he's standing right behind Wilson Fisk as well.
I have to go. I heard some people were being fiscally irresponsible.
Oh, God. Oh,
All right, get out of here, Wilson Fisk.
All right, get out. Come on. It is a wonderful man, a very funny man. It's Angus MacDonald.
Yeah.
The crowd goes wild.
Yeah, and if you're trying to picture me, yes, I apparently look like Jax Teller, but probably like 40 pounds heavier, maybe more.
Well, you walk like him, too. You
yeah.
have the gangster
I don't know
walk.
who Jax Teller is.
You
I
haven't
know who
seen
Miles Teller is.
Charlie Hunnam?
No.
Sons of Anarchy?
No.
The new King Arthur?
You mean that guy from 50 Shades?
Pacific Rim?
Nope. No, Pacific Rim.
50 Shades?
No, he wasn't in 50
So we have Angus MacDonald
Yeah.
from 50 Shades Darker.
Angus
Thank you so much
thank you.
for joining us today. We have a very exciting podcast for you guys today. We have 3 separate mini ranked episodes today.
What?
3.
That's so
For the
much
price of one?
ranked.
Exactly. It's so much.
So technically, then, wouldn't I have been on 5?
Yeah, this will be
technically.
5 episodes, and I'm doing my first triple. So.
Yeah.
Triple banger.
No triple banger.
Yeah.
We recently had the Ottawa Improv Festival come to our dear city. People from improvisers from Montreal, Ottawa, Chicago, and Toronto. and we want to have a little bit of fun with that. So we got 15 different groups to weigh in on 3 different questions. They got a randomized question, and we're going to rank their answers for it. So this episode is the top 5 ways to ... according to Improvisors. It will make more sense as we go along. So this is number 1, top 5 ways to conquer the world and become supreme ruler.
It's me, Wilson Fisk. Guys, just
get out of here, Wilson.
Just be really rich and strong. And kill your dad with a hammer. Spoilers.
Oh my God, spoilers.
Watch a great movie. My favorite movie. Fisky Business.
So Wilson Fisk is now banned from the podcast studio.
I'll get you next time, Tongue La.
So yeah, we have 5 different audio clips.
How does the door work?
It's a pull. It's a pull.
It's a pull.
Wilson, it's a pull. You're
Okay.
pushing it.
Sorry. Hold on. Pull?
It's a pull.
Okay, pull. All right. Bye.
Bye, Wilson. Someone please lock the door. As I was saying, we have 5 different audio clips per question. And number 1, you guys ready for this?
Oh, hell yeah. So ready.
We have Al Connors from Crush Improv from Ottawa.
DJ Al Connors.
Ooh, I know Al Connors.
Let's take a listen.
I mean, clearly confidence is element number 1 to conquer the world. I would say a good-looking sidekick won't hurt, and then a worse-looking subordinate to take all the heat that would come your way. So it's like you've got the pleasant distraction and you've got the scapegoat, and you get to skate right through in the middle and do whatever you want. I'd say is kind of the key to conquering the world.
Classic Al being like really practical.
Good-looking sidekick.
Good-looking-
It's a good plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, good-looking sidekick. That's a good idea. And then the slightly worse-looking
Scapegoat? Yeah.
That's good because someone has to take those punches. And if that person is comfortable in that role, all the power to them. Literally, because they're taking over the world.
Ooh. For number 2, we have Chris Hannay. Hannay?
Hannay.
Chris Hannay from the Improv Embassy in Ottawa.
And the great improv duo Slowburn.
Clearly reality TV. So you want to have a show that's like really hot. A show that like really thrives on people like being really gossipy and talking about each other. Like Big Brother, that kind of thing. Because I feel like somebody who's on a reality show would do really well taking over the world. The next thing you want to do is that you want everybody to have your name. So you want everybody to be talking about you all the time. And if everybody can name your kids your name, then every time that comes up, they're going to think like, oh, Tongue. They're going to like be like, oh, Tongue, come for dinner. Oh, Tongue, that makes me think of that like supreme ruler that we have. And so that's going to really get your name out there. The most important way to become ruler is to really get your name out there. So the other thing to do is that you buy Facebook and you name Facebook after yourself, which you can only do after you've bought it. So you call it like Tongue Book. So that way that every time everybody like logs into it, they see Tongue Book. And they start thinking about Tongue. They start thinking like, yeah, Tongue. You know, Tongue's a pretty good guy. Like, I'm going to vote for him in the next election. And that's just how it happens.
Buying Facebook.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. This my favorite part of this one is it's like expressly designed for you.
Yeah,
like
I know.
You asked Chris. You're like, Chris, what's the best way you could become?
I did not
supreme
say
ruler?
that. I was like, Chris, what's the best way? Because I need tips, Chris.
Yeah.
And he basically
Oh,
gave
good,
it to
yeah.
me. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So when you're supreme ruler, we'll know whose fault it was. Chris Hannay.
and everyone's going to be Tongue Law.
You know, I gotta
Apparently.
say, he won me back when he was saying everyone should have your name, and that you know that would keep you in the consciousness. I'm like, well, it's not about other people; it's about you, right? But then he got me with buying Facebook.
Yeah.
Everyone uses Facebook.
That's pretty powerful. That's a power move right there.
It's a powerful move.
Power. Number 3, we have 2 people from Grinders in Montreal. We have Sandy Armstrong and Heidi Lynn Weeks. Let's take a listen.
Well, I guess, of course, look for the things that make people weak. and overcome those things, and then find some good friends to do it with, because you're only as strong as the friends you bring with you to conquer the world. What do you think, friends, that I'm going to conquer the world with? Hello?
Look, if I was going to conquer the world, I think I'd probably starving everybody. It would be one way. And then, offering them, a snack. Like peanut butter.
A poison snack.
Well, on Survivor, when they're starving for a week, they'll do anything for peanut butter. So if you starve the world and then offer them peanut butter, I think you'd probably...
And then sex starve them too.
Oh, deprive them of something?
Everything. Deprive them of everything.
And then say, we'll
but
give
mainly
you peanut butter
and sex.
Yeah, peanut butter and sex.
Okay.
We'll give you peanut butter and sex if you do this, and then I think that would be probably... pretty cool
we haven't put too much thought into it.
Sounds like my Friday night.
Oh,
Wait, lacking peanut butter and sex?
That's right.
Yeah,
that's pretty devious,
It is. I was on. They started off. They were kind of losing me. They're like, find people's weaknesses, and then friendship. And I was like, that's not what supreme rulers do. And it was starve everyone and then control the food supply.
The thing is, you want to conquer the world. You don't want to be a good leader.
Yeah.
Well, no, you want to lay down an iron fist on people, right?
I don't think you could conquer the world and also be a good leader. You got to do the whole evil Superman, Dr. Manhattan type thing, comic book references, and then just be the dick that rules the world, and then you can be good.
I enjoy the whole peanut butter issue that has been brought up because it's interesting. If everyone's starved, and then you offer them peanut butter, and that's the only thing you offer them, you can kill off all the people with peanut allergies.
I was just
okay.
Who we all know are the strongest.
That's true. I know you've got this agenda, but please don't bring it to every podcast you're on.
I hate peanut allergy people.
I don't really like peanut butter. I just said it.
I don't.
So this wouldn't work on you then?
No, but sex starve would. That's
a
a real problem. I would
of course.
probably cry.
Hey, but you always have some fun times with peanut butter in your room.
Yep.
And sex starvation. So
yeah,
you don't like eating peanut butter,
you could fuck it.
Our next guest is Stefan Speck from Mess Hall in Montreal.
Yeah.
Probably a mailing campaign. Just send out mailers, junk mail, fake bills until enough people kind of are aware of you, and then go to pyramid scheme and kind of move up from there to identity theft, fraud, until you are just everyone in the world. You're just impersonating everyone in the world, and they have to follow you.
So
you just become everyone in the world through identity fraud.
So on a birth certificate, it just has everybody's name, kind of thing, or
No, you have everyone's birth certificate. You are everyone. You go to your parliament and you ghost all the roles. You're the leader, and then you're the opposition. And no one can say anything because you're them.
Pretty damn devious.
No.
So a lot like Chris's plan, but through a pyramid scheme.
So I really like this idea just because of it's kind of like a low-key ruling the world thing of being I'm not going to rule the world and have an army. It's just oh no, I have the ability to be anyone.
Everyone.
So I might as well. I'm unofficially ruling the world. You know what I mean? Because I can just be anybody and prove it legally with birth certificates.
Well, I guess you could technically kill another person and then be I killed myself. So, but I'm still here.
Yeah.
So there's no.
I'm immortal.
You can't persecute me for killing me.
Oh, I see. Double jeopardy. That's not double jeopardy.
No.
Yeah.
Good try, though.
Stefan's on to something, though.
He is.
I think so.
He's a smart man. He is a smart man.
And he works at the post office, so the mailing campaign would really work.
Dear God.
God. I don't
Wilson
think,
Fisk.
No. I don't think Stefan works at the post office.
I thought it was a push door.
All right, so next up we have Zach Duval from MI6, the University Ottawa Improv team. Take a listen.
Okay, well, today's culture is very much rooted in grapes. Do you remember, the Greeks, right? They started it with the emperor. He'd eat grapes, right? It was kind of like a sign. And monarchy was around. Grapes were became their blood. That's how bloodlines, grapes, vines, right? Bloodlines, vines, grapes. So the the best way to conquer the world and become supreme ruler is to eat a lot of grapes. Now, for me especially, it's difficult because when you eat too many grapes, and it can't be the green ones, it's got to be the purple ones because it's the color of blood. And when you eat enough, you become the supreme ruler. The only problem is, and I know it's probably the same with you too, but for me, when I eat a lot of purple grapes, I get a little rash in my mouth, and you start to have that feeling like, is it really worth it? You know, can I finish this vine of grapes, or will my rash be not worth it once I'm supreme ruler of the world? Well, it's like holding your breath underwater. You need to get past that certain point, and then you can just go forever. Get past that point, and then from there you're golden. And by golden, I mean like the crown. It's golden, and you wear it, and that's how you conquer the world.
Grapes. Just the intensity at which Zach was describing that made me picture him, because I wasn't there, but I'm picturing it like he's got like yarn and like newspapers up on the wall. He's like, so the grapes are key. The grapes, since you go back in history, and he's like drawing like yarn across his wall.
He was
like
very passionate about the grapes.
I'm in an improv group with Zach. I've never heard him be more passionate about something. That was amazing.
Yeah, that was incredible.
Yeah, that was good. All right, so now we have our 5 that we're gonna rank, and so we're gonna rank them based on what we think is best.
Yeah.
Again, they kind of improv their answers, so we're not ranking them based on their improv. We just want to see what would actually work, maybe. So what do you got? Let's recap. Al Connors from Crush Improv did Sidekick.
It's like confidence and looks. Good looks for your partner and bad looks for your scapegoat. You know?
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
Chris Hunnay got a reality TV show by Facebook, Be Everyone.
Yeah, be the word in everyone's mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Sandy and Heidi did Sex Star, Peanut Butter and...
Peanut butter and sex.
And peanut butter and sex.
Peanut butter sex star.
That's a great improv team.
Great team name.
Stefan did Pyramid Scheme and Impersonate Everybody.
Yeah, mail campaign ID theft.
And Zach Duvall, I don't quite understand it, but it's grapes.
Grapes.
What's there to understand?
I think with Zach's, it's like you get, by eating grapes constantly, at least this is what I'm trying to interpret, is like you're in the mindset of like the rulers of old. So you're just like, there's some kind of mental link there with like Caesar, and you're just like on board for it. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. There's a river of blood flowing through my veins.
I didn't quite get the rash thing. Like, I don't get a rash when I eat grapes.
Hey, some people do.
He might just be allergic to grapes.
Yeah, Zach, you might want to get that checked out, Zach.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna rank them. What do you guys think our number 1 is, or start with our favorites and work our way back, or.
Okay.
But you know what? Because we're doing this, everybody gets on the list.
Yeah,
Everybody gets on the list.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You know what? I think I like Sex Starve and Peanut Butter. I also like Becoming Everyone.
Yeah, Becoming Everyone is like a big one for me, because it's just like I want to watch like a movie of like someone who's already accomplished this, and they're like Jason Bourning their way through the world, and they just have like a wallet like full of different ideas, and they just pick each one based on whatever situation there are.
And there's one person, and it's the actual Liam Neeson.
Oh yeah. That's the one person he couldn't become.
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
You can't become Liam
It was out of
Neeson.
respect and fear.
Yeah.
Ooh. What do you guys think? There's 2 Become Everyone answers. One's through Facebook and one's through a
reality.
Oh yeah. Well, I know like owning Facebook, you get like everyone's data too of like what they're saying to each other, so that would be really key. So
I think the pyramid scheme identity fraud is a more clever plan. It's a more daring plan, and it's just the kind of craziness that's gonna get you to be the supreme ruler.
It's a lot easier too than just also like you can start a scam, and little by little you're like getting people's information, rather than like, okay, so what you're gonna need to do is be on a reality TV show, then buy Facebook. It's like those are really hard to get to right off the bat. But like a mailing campaign,
You can start that today.
You can start that today, and I will.
Mail Kimp.
It's
and
a deep cut to MailChimp?
No, to yes.
Who's not sponsoring
Well,
this
no,
episode?
it's Serial Podcast.
Oh,
and sidekicks and scapegoats. That could also. That's it.
I feel comfortable with that being like number 3, like Al Connor's, like a confidence and looks. It's just like I like where it's at. Like you know what I mean. It's like it's good.
All right.
It's good. It's solid.
Number 1. Let's go. Yeah, I like Stefan.
Yeah, I think so.
Stefan.
So like becoming everyone through ID theft.
Stefan, you did it.
Does that make the other identity theft number 2, or what do you guys think? I really like this sex peanut butter.
I think
thing.
This sex peanut butter
2.
thing is going to be great, especially because we can go kill off all those.
yeah.
Kill them all.
All those allergic people. Yeah. And so I guess that would put reality TV at number 4.
Or can we put
Or grapes.
grapes.
I
But
like
grapes,
the
hey.
intention behind grapes.
You know what?
I just don't see how it works.
You know, if we have 2 everyone becomes everyone sort of deals, or everyone becomes you.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like there should be the North and South Pole.
Oh, interesting.
And
see.
we should get the grapes in there.
Let's get grapes at
number
number 4.
four then?
Get grapes at number 4.
I'm
I'll
fine
do
with
it.
that. I'm fine with that.
You know what? You can get grapes today. Go to Food
I will
Basics.
also-
You can, that's a good point.
Yeah.
You can go down the street, get some grapes right now, and start putting this plan into fucking motion.
Yeah, and I can also start denying people sex and peanut butter. It's like I can do all these things except for getting on a reality TV show right away.
But I can't just like buy Facebook today. That's ridiculous.
Well, and
Like-
it's great too because I already have a really good-looking sidekick and a really ugly scapegoat, and I'll let you guys figure out which one of you is which.
Oh.
All right, so we have our list. We have Chris Henne's answer, Facebook, and Become Everyone. We have Zach Duval's at number 4 for grapes. We have Al Connor's answer about sidekick and
Sidekicks,
scapegoats.
yeah.
Number 2, we have sex peanut butter with Sandy and Heidi's answer. And number 1, Stefan, congratulations.
Congratulations, Stefan.
Your mailing campaign did work, and you're the supreme ruler.
And he gets a prize for this, right?
No.
No. Oh, okay.
That's it.
One, we say his name.
We say his
we
name.
say his name. Congratulations. Oh, yes. We have our own personal list for this. Great. So at the end of each segment, we're going to read our own, how we would rule the world. I'll go first.
Yeah, sure.
This no particular order, but I said control the water supply by putting mind control hormones in the system.
Classic.
Number 4, through song and dance, I would control the world, conquer the world. Number 3 is buy ad space on all the billboards on the planet with my face on it. Number 2, challenge every world leader in a game of Mario Kart, winner take all. And number 1 is consult Pinky and the Brain.
Oh, those guys that were never successful at taking over the world.
Yeah, but
Bird.
Also,
that Mario Kart one is
yeah.
pretty good because those are some old farts.
Hey, no, I heard Merkel's really good at Mario Kart.
what do you got, Angus?
Me? Okay, so I only did 3, and in no particular order. I probably would start a cult of some kind. I'll be like that guy who's like, I've got all the answers. Come with me. And I'll get like stupid people at first, and then I'll get smarter people. You know, I'll trick everybody. Run for office. So I'd run for office, and I'd run solely on a campaign where I just spew facts. Like, the earth is round. My tie is red. Like I would just spew facts, and then people would automatically be like, well, he is the most honest politician, because I would never tell a lie, because I would only state facts. And like that would, I think, really work for me. And then the last one would be Pavlovian behavior training. I would just, on a small scale, anytime I show up to a party, I'd like ring a little bell and be like, hey guys, and I'd like tell a funny joke, and everyone would be like, nice, I like that guy, and then I'd leave. And then like I'd keep doing that, and then after a while people would hear the bell and they would start looking for me. And then on a larger scale, crowds of people, I would like broadcast a bell sound, and like an entire country would just be like, where is Angus? And they would like come and support me.
You're going to need a big bell for that.
Fuck yeah, buddy.
Fuck yeah.
Oh.
Leslie.
All right. So these are my 3. I did rank them. Here we go. Ways to take over the world. Number 3, weaponize Coca-Cola. You can find Coca-Cola in every country on the world, pretty much. I'm pretty sure. So if you weaponize that somehow, you're gonna get some mofo's.
Okay, yeah.
Number 2, tell lies constantly, be a creep, and dye myself orange. Too real.
Too real.
real.
The opposite
Too real.
of my political campaign.
I'm sorry.
Too real.
I can't help, to speak my mind. And number 1, and this is going to shock you, buy everyone in the world a box of Taco Bell tacos.
Taco Bell tacos?
Taco Bell tacos. Now, you didn't listen to the last episode,
didn't.
and it's a bit of a spoiler there, so I'm sorry for you,
Hey,
Angus,
you know what?
but-
That's the risk I took when I
But
showed up here.
if you want the key to happiness is to give people fucking tacos.
And a massive diarrhea.
A massive diarrhea.
Just one big diarrhea. All right, on that note, that's the end of this first segment, and we'll be back with our next top 5 ways to...
Top 5, no debating. Top 5.
Welcome back, everyone. This is segment 2, top 5 ways to fight against 505-year-olds. Yes,
This is going to be
So-
a bloodbath.
So I just want to prefix this. This is near and dear to my heart because I was
Because I brutally punch 5-year-olds.
well,
all day
kind of. I was a martial arts. I was a martial arts instructor for I did like jiu-jitsu for like 10 years,
Nice.
and in that time I ran summer camps and I worked with kids. So like I know Like, I know how kids fight, and so I think I've got a good judgment on this, guys.
So you would know how to beat them up the most.
Kind of, yeah.
You are the expert in this.
Not that I've ever beaten up kids.
You kind of implied that you just did.
I can't, legally, for legal reasons, I've never struck a child.
I see your fingers behind your back, Angus. And
Yep.
they are crossed.
You don't, it's conjecture.
Hearsay, Your Honor.
Hearsay, Your Honor. Objection.
Objection.
I plead the fifth.
Gavel,
Sustained.
gavel smashing.
Bench.
I'll
I
allow
approach the bench. That's it for us. I think that's the legal terms.
All right, you know the drill. We ask 5 different groups this question. And first up, we have a hot duo, Lee Cameron and Kirsten Rasmussen. And they're called Bloody Marys, and they're from Toronto. Have a listen.
I think that you play hide and seek.
Okay, yeah.
And inevitably you're just much better at it than them.
I think you ask them all to cover their eyes, and then they just will assume you're gone because they don't have object permanence. Is that true of 5-year-olds? I don't know.
You ask them to cover their eyes,
yeah,
count to 10,
yeah,
and then you leave and do something fun.
Yeah. You leave and do a really great other fun thing.
You're not ready to have kids.
No.
You're not. You didn't want that responsibility.
Where do they come from? 500? That's a lot.
And they're coming for both of you, so like
both of us. Oh, we're both there together. Cool.
Yeah.
You'd be like cover your eyes, and I'll be like count to 10.
And then we just disappear.
We'll just leave,
and we go get pizza and beers.
Yeah, and they would just die because they can't like take care of themselves.
Oh, I don't want them to die.
Oh. Well, they're trying to kill you. So.
And can they be cured? Are they rabid? You can't actually.
Well, we disappear and they just turn into a Lord of the Flies situation.
Yeah. They can sort it out amongst themselves.
Okay.
They inevitably kill themselves, and that's not our fault.
That's not our fault. That's not on us.
We didn't ask for
they're small. They can't open doors.
Yeah, you're not their mom, so like you have no responsibility to that.
That is awesome.
Yeah. I like how you turned it into you need to kill these children.
If 505-year-olds are going to attack you, I assume they're coming for your blood. You got to, and they are called Bloody Marys. Come on.
Yeah, I thought they'd be more violent, but that's a pretty solid strategy.
So their strategy is hide and seek, and also let them kill themselves.
Yeah, it's kind of let itself sort itself out.
Yeah.
Who would know better than how to kill a 5-year-old than a 5-year-old itself?
Deep. That's deep.
Okay, who's next?
Okay, so next we have Chelsea Fahey from Danger Storm.
I've been saying Fahey forever. It's Fahey.
She told us the other day. She told us the other day. Yeah.
Well, Chelsea, come talk to me, and then you can punch me in the face for free because I've been saying your name wrong.
Wow.
Forever.
Wow.
You get 1 free punch in the face.
Here she is, punching Leslie in the face.
5-year-olds will believe anything. They're past the shitty age, like when they're like 2 or whatever, and they say no to everything. I used to be a fairy for birthday parties for about 5-6-year-olds, and people would really believe that. So to fight off 505-year-olds, you basically just have to pretend to be a mystical character, like a princess or a wizard, and give them things to do because they're little idiots at that age.
Confirmed.
So just yet another one of like, I'm not actually going to fight these kids. It's a what if scenario, people. Like,
you know what?
People still don't want to fight.
Lee is onto something. They could be rabid. You don't know, but there's 500 of them. There's a reason they're there. They're probably out to get you.
Yeah.
I do like kids are easily fooled. So like telling them like I'm a wizard and if you come near me I'll turn you into a pumpkin. They'll believe that shit. It's 5-year-olds? Oh, for sure.
If you put like your fingers on your head and go no, they'll probably be very scared of that.
Oh
yeah. No, that's a valid strategy.
It's like you use their imagination against them as like a weapon.
Yeah, exactly.
Something bad's gonna happen to you guys if I wave my hands like
There's
this.
a boogeyman behind that door. That is a weapon.
It's a weapon.
It's mental warfare.
I can't wait to have kids.
The next person we have is from Yellow Snow Pants in Ottawa, and we have Ahmed El Chama.
Get some high ground and just start stomping downwards. Once they reach out, their arms aren't going to be like strong enough because they're like extended. So you can just like knock them all down.
His strategy is Obi-Wan's.
Just take the high ground.
I have the high ground now, 5-year-olds.
And then all 500 of them like, you underestimate my power.
Clearly he has thought of this.
Oh, yeah.
13-second response. You take the high ground, you stomp on them.
Yeah.
And do not stomp.
But what if they grab at you?
Well, that's what he's saying. Their hands are so weak. And it's like, even if they're surrounding you, There's only 500. There's 500 of them. Like they can't. Like it's not all 500 are grabbing you at once. It's like 20 of them. Are
it's
grabbing
true.
You at once, and you just stomp and you break.
You break their little arms,
little bird bone arm. Like their little,
Why are you doing this?
Wait, remember they're out for blood.
Yeah.
You fucker!
We want your blood.
We want your blood.
Oh dear. Yes, and I assume if you wear like steel toe boots too, they're real.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Now
they're
you're
real
just.
done.
Now
I'm
you're
just being
overkill. Come on, they're kids.
Next, we have a musical comedy duo, Rhythm and Burgundy from Ottawa, Christine Shadid and Ali Harris.
You see 505-year-olds, you say, fuck it, and you turn the other way.
See, my thought was, you just pour acid fucking everywhere. And then when they start running towards you, light the place on fire.
Yeah.
Get out. Your legs are way longer than theirs. They're never going to catch up.
The problem is kids love fire.
That's not a problem. We want to kill them.
Oh, that's right.
She's thinking of the actual kids she works with, and it's breaking her heart right now. Or, if you want to take a twist on it, lack of citric acid. And then they get...
yes.
Yeah,
no more orange juice.
They get scurvy and die at sea.
Okay. I feel like there are two different plans here.
Yeah.
Well, I think Allie would just lose.
It sounds like Allie's going to run.
She's just going to... She works with kids, and she'll have a soft spot for them, so she's done.
Yeah. Allie, we love you, but... You're not in this battle. Christine,
you gotta step up and kill these kids.
Christine wants to pour acid on these children
and fire. I thought she meant like at first I was like, oh, she's gonna light the acid on fire, but it's like no, light acid everywhere. Then when they run towards you, and I'm assuming trudging through this acid, light the building on fire.
Mm-hmm.
Or field, I guess, depending where they are.
Yeah, I guess we never set up where you are.
So there's that plan, but then there's the long play of scurvy.
That's fucked.
That is pretty fucked up. What does scurvy do to you? Do we know?
It makes you die.
Yeah, but like
Very
painfully, right?
Yeah.
So like both painful methods, fire and scurvy,
but effective.
Very effective,
which is the purpose of this question.
Very true. Very true.
Next, we have another duo from Chicago. Sand. We have
Mike Brunleib
and Thomas Kelly.
The first thing that I think about would be to get some kind of a megaphone or like a voice amplification device and try to sound like the greatest number of their dads.
And the idea that I had would get like something like a push broom that would just kind of really kind of get them at where they're weakest and just kind of really kind of mow them down that way. And then maybe once they kind of fall, you can kind of trample them.
Yeah, right. Like maybe after the push broom knocks them to the floor, we could use some kind of like netting system to kind of like scoop them all up. And I'm just like picturing like kind of like a wide net and like hoisting it to the ceiling of a gymnasium with like this writhing ball of children's arms and legs.
Yeah, and I think like from that point we can either just kind of like take it up to the ceiling and let it kind of drop until the thing stops moving, or like we can kind of like set up things to drop them on.
Yeah, like you could use like those t-shirt cannons or whatever, and just kind of like have the ball hanging and just like kind of keep pelting it with t-shirt, like or something more solid, but just like kind of like keep on knocking it until it kind of like stops making noise. Yeah.
Or another idea, you can kind of like put like metal on top of it, and then you can just have a really high-powered magnet to where like it's just kind of like a sort of sausage.
Them down. That also reminds me of I was reading about making corned beef, and you get this brine, and you use like a little piece of metal or a plate to hold the corned beef under the water. So you could do that with the ball of kids too, just like put them in a big thing of brine and just like hold it down.
I love that it starts with like, okay, I'm gonna get a megaphone and pretend to be their dad. And
psychological.
Just like, it gets them off balance like mentally. It's just like, oh shit, that's my dad. And then
you can catch them.
The thing I like too about this one too is like Thomas, he like gets the push broom and he like takes the fight to the kids. Everyone else has been like run away or get the high ground. These guys are like, no, if we have to fight these kids, we're taking the fight to them. So we're going to run through this crowd. And I think this would be really fun to watch.
Yeah, you need a really big push broom for 500 kids.
Well, I think I'm picturing him running through the crowd with like a decent sized push broom. Yeah. And so he's got to zigzag and take a bunch of them out, you know?
Course. Yeah, well, I guess they both could.
Yeah,
they both could have a push broom.
Not like one 500 kid wide push broom, you know what I mean?
And then get them in a net and just pelt them with t-shirt
cannons.
Oh, God,
that's and then brine them.
And then brine
Just
them.
go until they stop moving.
The old catch and brine.
Yeah, catch and brine.
Awesome.
Catch and brine.
So let's recap some of our answers for this top 5 list. We have Bloody Marys. They said Lord of the Flies situation.
Mm-hmm.
We have Chelsea, who said be a fairy, trick them.
Yeah, pretend
trick
to have
them.
powers, yeah.
Ahmed just wants to kick people.
Yeah, get the high ground and start kicking.
Just start stomping.
Start stomping.
Christine and Ali, theirs is acid and citric acid.
Yeah,
Scurvy
and acid.
Scurvy and acid.
And Mike and Thomas is our the old catch and brine.
The old catch and brine.
Exactly. All right, boys, you know what to do. We got to rank this. What do you think? This is a hard list. I think everyone had a really good answer.
Yeah, there's some really solid
they brought
answers.
They brought it. They brought it to the table. I will say I really like the catch and brine.
Catch and
The catch and brine is
easily number one. Like
You're
we're
right.
saying it's a tough list, but that's easily the best.
But you're right. It's like they bring the fight.
They bring the
They
fight.
bring the fight to them, but then they also get rid of the problem instantly because then whatever kids they don't catch, they can just pick off one by one.
Exactly, with that t-shirt gun. So the thing I like most about this one is this is the only answer that didn't involve running away, at least for a little bit. Like I'm assuming like Ahmed has to like run to high ground, right? These guys are like, no, we stand our ground, we get a megaphone and a broom, and we take care of business.
Love it. Speaking of Ahmed's answer, what if there is no high ground? We didn't set the parameters of this.
So for those of you that don't know Ahmed very well, he's very tall. Very tall.
True.
And 5-year-olds are not tall. I don't know if you guys know that. 5-year-olds not tall.
Oh, they're not.
So I think he always has the high ground. So I think whatever ground there is, I think he can turn it into high ground.
Right.
Interesting. Can I say that I really like Chelsea's answer of tricking them? I think that would actually work.
Absolutely.
They're stupid.
Just stupid little kids.
Stupid little
They're
kids.
so dumb.
I could do anything better than a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
I probably.
One other point that I really jived with, Christine mentioned like having longer legs. That is such an important factor. Like when I play sports against 5-year-olds, I don't often, but when I used to, it
destroy
can't.
them.
Yeah, and I'm not athletic, guys. I'm Charlie Hunnam, but like bigger, and and so when I run, I got like a stride that's like as tall as the kid, like taller than the kid. So like running is like we got a big advantage fighting 5-year-olds.
So what do you guys think? Scurvy probably number 2, or like acid? Like you guys think like that would definitely that would definitely
That
work.
would work.
Definitely work. But
It's a toss up between Chelsea and Rhythm and Burgundy for me for number 2. So scurvy or pretending to be
I'm okay with
powerful.
that as 2 or 3. Like yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm gonna say acid would definitely work.
Acid would definitely
Like,
work.
So that probably should be number 2.
And it was the most brutal. Christine, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Do you even like
But
children, Christine?
We're also proud of you though.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for
Really
protecting
great.
us.
Like,
Thank you for saving
I'm
us.
definitely gonna hug you when I see you.
We're just gonna hug her and be like, thank you for the acid.
Thank you.
Chelsea at number 3 with Fairy.
Yeah.
Then we have the Lord of the Flies situation and simply kicking them.
Yeah. So it's a tough. I don't know.
Yeah, if there is no high ground, then that's a lot of leg action. You're gonna get tired, Ahmed.
That's a lot of kids to kick. 500 kicks. Have you done that? That's hard.
That is, and you're assuming that's one kick per kid.
Yeah.
Probably would be one kick
Yeah,
per
but
kid.
if you get like a bigger child, like
Yeah,
you
you
might
gotta-
need 2
They
kicks.
might need two kicks.
500 kids. You gotta assume there's one Siamese twin.
Oh, Jesus. Well, okay. Also, my your leg's gonna get tired by like kick 250 for sure.
For sure.
Your
Oh,
leg's
for
gonna
sure.
start tired.
Are you gonna
So-
alternate? Like,
Oh, I guess so. Yeah, you alternate.
but still, like once you have like a really tired leg and then you're using
You're
that as
standing,
support,
yeah.
like that's
yeah.
And that's
tough
the
shit.
dangerous part. You start to slump down, then the kids can get you.
Okay.
So-
Yeah, you know what? Lord of the Flies.
Lord of
number
the Flies.
4.
Lord of the Flies.
Because
number
honestly,
4.
they're gonna take care of their own problem. They
Yeah.
they will kill themselves.
Oh, they will.
Oh, they will.
Guaranteed. You put anybody in a field with 500 people,
Oh, they'll
eventually.
just start killing each other.
Exactly.
Humans are terrible. Humans are terrible.
Yeah.
A group of them will eat the pig first, and then it'll go from there. I think that's how. No, never
I
mind.
think that's Lord of the
I
Flies.
skipped that book. I read the first and last chapter.
So here is our list. We have Ahmed's kicking plan at number 5. We have Lee and Kirsten's Lord of the Flies plan at number 4. We have Chelsea's fairy plan at number 3. We have Christine and Ali's acid and scurvy plan there.
Combo.
Combo. And number 1 is Catch and Brine from Mike and Thomas.
The old catch and
The old Catch and Brine. Yep.
Yep.
catch 'em, brine 'em.
Instant classic.
Yeah. A great new TV show, The Old Catch and Brine. It's a reality TV show.
It's terrible. It's taken off the air immediately. Children died.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to read our own top 5 lists for the ways we would fight 500 5-year-olds. Angus, do you want to go first?
Yeah, sure, I'll go first. So once again, I only have 3 for these. So the first one is choke point. Do like a 300 style. Get in a doorway, and so they can't surround me. That's a big thing. That's just practical advice. If you're fighting more than one person at a time, never get surrounded by them. Don't go between them. So you get in like a doorway, and you do the old catch and brine, or you do the stomp, the high ground stomp, acid, whatever. But just do it from a doorway so they can't surround you. The second one for me is mind games. So just like trick them, tell them that I've already won. And they'll be like, no, you didn't. I'll be like, yeah, I did. And they're like, because 5-year-olds are dumb. They'll start crying and stuff. And then I've already won. And then the last one is just lie to them. I mean that in the sense of like, tell them I have cooties or something like that so they won't want to touch me.
Oh, 5-year-olds hate cooties.
They hate cooties. It's what we all did at one point, right? I'm like, guys, I have cooties.
I was very scared of cooties.
They can't touch me. They won't touch me.
You have cooties, Angus?
Not anymore. I got a shot.
Okay.
Good. Okay. Oh, thank God. I had to tell you to leave.
Yeah.
Leslie.
All right. So my number 3 to ways to fight 500 5-year-olds is robot rocket boxing gloves. I think that if I had a pair of those, I could lay waste to a bunch of 5-year-olds.
Yeah.
They would do all the work for me, basically. There's a nice splatter associated with that. I think that's good. Number 2, lure to bouncy house and then grenade.
I love that one's in steps. That's a big bouncy house, though, to fit all 500 kids.
It's a big
grenade, too.
It's a big bouncy house. It's a big grenade.
It's going to cost you, yeah.
But hey, gotta spend money to kill children.
Oh, God.
And finally, now this one is the most non-violent. I would get a manifest of all these children's names, and then I would use their full name in the mom voice, stop them in their tracks, and then do whatever. I have free access to all.
You listen right here, Leslie Garfunkel Cserepy. See, it works every time.
And then, if I was high up, I could swanton bomb them or something.
Wait, say that again.
Swanton bomb.
Don't know that.
With Jeff Hardy.
Oh, yeah, it's like a wrestling move. Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't he always get hurt doing that, though?
Not with a bed of 5-year-olds.
Oh, God.
Oh, nice. Mine aren't numbered, but I have 5. I have poison nipples with more poisonous breast milk as number 5.
Wow.
Yeah.
Early.
Wait a second. Why are 5-year-olds breastfeeding?
You guys see Game of Thrones?
That's true.
That kid goes to like 13
you know
or
what?
14.
Actually, if all 500 of the 5-year-olds are like that kid from Game of Thrones, this question got a lot easier for some people.
Yeah.
I will punch that kid.
I wrote number 4, like a really big flamethrower.
A really big one.
Like a really big one.
3, an Indiana Jones like boulder would
Just
work.
a big rock, yeah.
Number 2, this one's a little harder to pull off, but basically a giant projector that projects Teletubbies. And when they walk towards it, they fall off a cliff.
Yeah, so you just trick them.
Nice.
Yeah. And number 1, an army of mothers who give a good spanking.
Yeah. And as we already know, you have access to that army already, just for your personal
Of course.
needs. Okay,
I for my personal needs.
Yeah,
personal needs.
Sometimes when I need a good spanking, I just go.
I like a good spanking.
All right. So that's the end of number 2, top 5 ways to fight against 500 5-year-olds. We'll be back with the third one.
We'll be back.
Top 5, no debating. Top 5, top 5, top 5.
Put your face near my face, and then we'll go to the race.
Welcome back. So we have our final top 5 ways to, according to Improvisors question, and our last one's a doozy. It's top 5 ways to convince Sasquatch to go to the prom with you.
Major topic.
Yeah. Very. I think about this every single day.
I'm really surprised you went with this because it's just so topical and in the news.
Yeah.
No, I actually have the opposite. I'm like, there's no way you do this podcast without this question, just because so many people are they want to know.
Like, I feel like Sasquatch never got to go to his own prom, I
think you're assuming Sasquatch is male. There are probably lady squatches, right? Right?
A lady
sassy squatches.
Oh. Angus MacDonald at mcdonald.com.
All right, first up we have Ross Zimmerman from CIA, the Carleton Improv Association in Ottawa.
You have to get off you have to offer them like to go out for supper, maybe a fancy dinner at the local Italian place. You make sure that you order them the biggest plate of pasta that you could ever find. You put it in front of them, and as they're eating it away, you're talking to them. You're saying, "Oh, how's the pasta? Is it great? Is it good? Is it terrible? How much should I tip?" And at the very bottom of the pasta, sketched into the plate is, "Do you want to go to prom with me?" Now Sasquatch is going to be like, "What? I didn't even think this was just supposed to be a date." But that's the best way. And Sasquatches, they love pasta. Pasta's their best food. Italians, they love Sasquatch, and Sasquatch loves them. So that's how I would ask Sasquatch out for a date.
Do Italians like Sasquatch? What do you guys think?
Are there Sasquatch sightings in Italy? Or is that just kind of like a stupid Western thing?
I don't know. I don't even know what part of the world Sasquatch would be.
Although I should say I do like the just the classicness of this. Just like it's a nice gesture.
I was shocked when I heard you get to the bottom of the plate, and it's like, "Do you want to go to prom with me?" Imagine the emotions that Sasquatch is feeling.
But it's also the biggest plate of spaghetti you can find. So that's a lot of carbs. You might not make it through the whole.
Oh, Sasquatch could get it.
Yeah,
he could go through.
He can pack it away.
He could pack it away. My concern is, can he read what that said?
Ooh, we might have found a fatal flaw here. Oh, maybe it's in like universal symbols. It's like a picture of the Sasquatch, a picture of Ross, then a picture of prom.
Awkward teens.
Yeah, it's like Frankenstein.
Okay, let's just say that's probably how it. That's probably how it.
I'll help Ross out a bit.
Our next improviser, we have Simon Ha from Breakfast for Dinner in Ottawa.
Man, I feel like I would need to dress up like him, and I'd need to like develop some trust with him because like. He hasn't met anybody before. And if I just like walk into the woods, there's no way that he's gonna like trust me right off the bat. I have to sort of like build a relationship with him. So I'd probably have to like fur myself up and like get really smelly and like just do Sasquatch things. Probably just live in the forest for like a couple of years. And like he probably like marks his territory by like peeing in certain areas. So I have to stay out of his area first of all. Like I probably would have graduated by this time, but like this is probably worth it. So like I have to work myself to the area next to his. So if there's like a bear as his neighbor, I have to kill that bear, and I have to take that spot. So after a couple of years, I'd probably develop a relationship by like having my pee scent near his, so he probably recognizes it. And then I would like be like, "Hey, there's this thing that's coming up, like no press. A lot of my friends are going to be there. You smell my pee, so you know me like quite well. I know you quite well. Like let's go.
So his plan is pee.
Yeah, but it's like building a strong trust through pee, which is kind of beautiful.
Which is poetic.
That is poetic. The thing is, he's playing the very long game. Like,
it's
he
a
has
very
to plan
long
years.
So he's got to do this in like grade 9 to have it done in time for prom.
Well, he also said he might skip, like he might be missing his own prom.
Oh, right. Okay.
Like he said he would have graduated by then, so he might be going to someone else's prom.
Oh, like going back to prom, like you've graduated, but
which is kind of sad.
That's kind of victory lap prom.
So okay, how about this though? How about this? So he gets all hairy and smelly, and he goes out in the woods looking for Sasquatch. Spoiler alert: there is no Sasquatch, but Ross goes out in the woods and finds Simon and then takes him to an Italian restaurant. And that's like the ending to this like Shyamalanian story.
Wow.
Oh my God. I love it.
You should go pitch that to...
I'm already writing patent pending.
That's awesome.
Pitch
Who would play Simon?
Probably Simon.
And who would play Ross?
Also Simon.
Oh shit.
Yeah. There's the twist.
There's the twist.
I'll tell you what you do. That's great. You pitch that over the Grand Canyon, so it's never seen her again.
How dare you, sir?
The next improviser we have is Mark Rowland from Easy Action in Montreal. Here it is.
Basically, to be open and honest. Open about your intentions, about what you actually feel. If I want to go to the prom with Sasquatch as a dare or a prank or something like that, or like if someone is a bet, maybe I should just say it and we can get in cahoots. Maybe we're just like in it. But if it's like I'm really into Sasquatch and we've got like emotional connection, I think I should just say, hey, I'm into you. I think it'd be fun. I think it would be a good time if we went together.
So honesty is the best policy, is what you're going with for Sasquatch.
Communication is key.
And would you bring like some sort of like thing to him to be like, hey, this is like some flowers, or what do you have, like an offering of?
I mean, it'd be nice. People appreciate gestures of generosity, but if it's a requirement, I don't know. Maybe it's not going to work out.
Really good.
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
Be straight up with Sasquatch.
It's just like open and honest.
Yeah. You know, what we all assume that Sasquatch is this crazy monster, but what if Sasquatch is just like any one of us?
Yeah,
it's true.
You know?
He's really going to be... He's doing it for the right reasons.
And I liked how he said that, you know, if it was a requirement, then maybe it's not going to work out.
Ooh, so he's actually going for it. He's like, I'm going for it.
Yeah,
He's not
Sasquatch.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be fucked around with Sasquatch either. Yeah,
I'm sure Sasquatch doesn't want to be fucked around.
No, totally. 100%.
This is a no-nonsense date, you know? Just like...
100%.
100%.
Classic.
Classy.
Next, we have Angus Wright from Embassy Q in Ottawa.
Always start with a dick pic. I mean, Sasquatches love hairy things. I mean, it's all about attraction. And, like, don't even trim. Like, full-on 70s crazy bush. And then, like, maybe, like, with a corsage, some kind of flower arrangement around the dick. Because it's kind of like, you know, you come to the prom with me, and this is what you're going to get.
Forward.
Wow, yeah, Angus Wright, cutting to the point.
Yeah.
Just
That's
like
right.
fucking... Now, I've never sent a dick pic before, but I'll
if
just
you
leave
were,
it there. I've never sent a dick pic before. I'll say that. That's about it.
But if you did, you would go full bush.
I don't know. I guess. I don't know. Maybe not. I landscape. You guys are not supporting me at all here.
Hey, man, if it was a Sasquatch...
It's for Sasquatch, though.
It is for Sasquatch.
I can see the point of hairy...
Going hairy. Going full hair.
Going hair. That's pretty forward, though.
It's out. It's
you know,
simple.
you use Snapchat or something, it exists for 10 seconds and then it's gone.
Unless Sasquatch is one of those guys who like takes a screenshot of it, which is not cool.
That's not cool.
Because we said don't do that.
Sasquatch, if you do that, Sasquatch, like, don't even talk to me anymore.
First of all, Sasquatch, if you're listening to this,
Sasquatch, like,
if you upload this to the internet and I see it, like, I'm gonna be real mad.
Yeah.
Like, if someone retweets a picture, I'm like, that was a private picture, Sasquatch.
Like, Sasquatch, like, come on.
But I think we're projecting a lot on Sasquatch here.
It's true. What if Sasquatch is just like, I'm a regular person?
Or what if he's like, because he can't speak English?
That's also a very good.
He's probably killing a goat or something.
Yeah, but very forward, Angus. You want to, you know, have sex on the first date and only date possibly. So he knows what he wants. Next up and very last, we have Nilu Honda from Queendom in Toronto.
You have to think about what is in it for you. So for me, I would think I would want to go with the Sasquatch because they would make for interesting conversation with other people as well as with that Sasquatch itself. So I would probably think also about what the Sasquatch would want, and they probably would want to feel safe in an environment with like humans, because it's almost like they would be ostracized and maybe poked and prodded at. So if they felt comfortable going to prom, that would be a concern. So I think the best approach would probably be to say, hey, Sasquatch, I've been observing you for a while on the internet and other places, and I think you have a certain charm about you, and I would like to take you to prom in my dad's Honda Civic, and we could just hang out at prom. And I know you might be worried about people judging you, but just know that I will make sure that no one judges you for being a Sasquatch out in the world. And we'll just dance and have some fun. And if you're into it, just check yes on this box, this paper that I gave you, a yes or no, will you go to the prom with me? And get drunk and then just party. And I love you, Sasquatch.
Yeah, I really like that answer.
What a nice answer.
It was really sweet. I liked the imagery of like the little paper note she's passing Sasquatch. It's like a check no, check yes. It's no pressure. She's not doing it in person.
That's right.
She doesn't want the Sasquatch to feel ostracized. That's very kind.
Yeah, that is.
You know?
She's going to borrow her dad's car.
There's a Honda Civic involved, it's just like, you know.
It's bringing me back.
And at the very end, she said, I love you.
I love you, which is sweet.
That's a sweet thing to say.
She was the only person to say that she loves the person she was asking to prom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's bold as doing a high school prom.
It's very bold.
That's true.
But, you know.
That could turn Sasquatch off, maybe.
Maybe.
But I don't know.
I bet Sasquatch has been hurt before. and is open, but is still like ready to love, you know?
Right.
Yeah, he just has to find the right person.
Mhm.
Yeah. So that's our very last answer.
That was great.
We're gonna run through all 5.
Another tough one.
Another tough
Yeah.
one. Let's go. So Ross Zimmerman said pasta plate. Simon's was the P plan. What is P trust?
P trust.
P trust. We have Mark's, which is being open and honest. Angus's, which is send a dick pic.
Send a dick pic. Bold.
Effective.
Corsage dick pic.
Corsage dick pic. And Nilu's, which is judgment-free high school plan.
Yeah, judgment-free high school plan.
Sure. Yeah.
Honda
Yeah.
Civic.
Guys, what do you think? What is the best way to convince Sasquatch to go to the prom?
So, yeah, you want to go first?
I really love the surprise element of Ross's.
Ooh, really?
Just
Okay.
the getting down to the plate, because you know
Interesting.
Sasquatch loves sausage.
Oh,
Hello.
Freudian slip.
So he would like Angus's
pasta.
plan.
You know, yeah, you know he loves pasta, so he gets to the bottom. Like, oh, what a genuine surprise!
That's nice. I also like being open and honest is not a bad plan.
Oh,
You just
yeah,
lay it on the
Mark's, yeah.
table.
Yeah, do this for the right reasons.
But
Yeah,
I
he
have
said
to
that.
say, out of being like animal instincts and stuff, I feel like we don't know if Sasquatch can speak English or read or any of this
Or
stuff.
even exists.
Or that. But if he did, he would have the animal instincts really primal. So showing off your dick actually might work.
Well, but that might even be like showing my dick to somebody. It might be like, oh, I'm like asserting my dominance. It's like, look at my penis, you know?
But there's a corsage on it.
That's true. That's true. It's just like, I get what you're saying about the animal instincts, and that would make me think maybe Simon's is the way to go, because he's like working his way up to it. He's not jumping in there and being like, boom, dick. Boom,
it's true.
Dick.
But Simon's plan is very long. It's a very
It's
long
a long.
con.
It's a long.
It's a long con.
I don't
It's
know
a
why I'm
long
saying
con.
con. He's just gonna take him. It's a long proposal.
It's a lot of peeing.
A lot
That's
of
a lot
that's a lot
of
of
peeing. That's a
Yeah.
lot of water. Also,
it might not work too. He's got to kill a bear to do it too.
Just so this doesn't get run over, can we clip out Angus saying, "Look at my penis," and we'll just have that just ready to go.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
Great.
Fuck you. Anytime you get a text from me, it just says, "Look at my penis. Look at my penis."
In that voice.
Oh,
Yes.
it's me back. It's me.
See, look at my penis. I don't know.
No.
I messed it up. No.
So number 1, guys, I don't know. This is
the toughest one.
Okay,
probably,
this is the
actually.
toughest. So I'm gonna throw out your number 1. So Leslie, your number 1 is pasta plate.
You know what? I think probably yeah. I could
Okay.
be swayed, but I think yes.
I think my number 1, just because it feels like a high school movie, it feels like one of those. Who's the guy that did like Breakfast Club? All that's at 16 Canada.
John Hughes.
John Hughes. It feels like kind of John Hughesy. Is Nilu's answer.
Nilu's answer.
That's my number 1. I think.
You know, I wouldn't
maybe
be
I'm
mad
a
at
simple
that.
man because I really like the dick one
Dick
for
one?
some reason, but I can't be swayed. I really like Nilu's answer. I think that would work not only on Sasquatch but on anyone to convince them to go to the prom.
Yeah.
You know what, Nilu? I think you've earned the number 1 spot.
Number 1. So that's the judgment-free
Honda Civic ride.
Yeah, judgment-free Honda Civic.
A lot of stuff going on there.
Yeah, a lot of good ones.
I do like the pasta plate too. I'm not upset about it. But
I can't. If I had to go pasta plate or dick pic, I'm honestly, I'm torn.
Because then you get a meal with the pasta.
You get a meal with the
You
pasta.
get a meal
It's also
with the
the biggest.
Even if someone says no, you get a meal out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's true.
That's fair. That's a fair point. Because you know what? I might actually be swayed here. Because what if you just hear me out? So Angus Wright sends a dick pic, no response, but you get that receipt that it's been read,
right?
But no response.
It's just
You're
a
like,
scene.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, okay. But like, at least you're gonna get a straight answer. You go pasta plate. You're getting a yes or a no, which is kind of good, right?
Yeah, it's true. It's true. You could be like at 6:10 send a dick pic, at 6:11 read, and then you just like wait there forever. You don't know.
Yeah.
And then
or it
you,
does like the 3 dots,
and then it
disappears.
Oh no!
And then you send it again over Facebook.
You're
You're
like,
like, I'm not sure if you got it because my phone's being stupid.
Yeah. Did you see it? Did you see it? And then you look too desperate and stuff like
It's
that.
true.
I still like dick pic, but maybe that's the number 3.
But again, open and honest. That's
Ooh,
something.
Fuck, this is tough.
I don't know.
I'm sticking with pasta plate for number 2.
You know what? I can be swayed on that.
Okay, pasta plate number 2.
Because you're red. You do get a free meal out of it. Sasquatch would. And
What about open and honest for 3?
I like.
Open and honest for 3.
Yeah.
Simon, I'm sorry. But I think we got to go number 5 for P-Trust.
P-Trust, which
It just takes too long.
You had a good plan there. It just takes too long.
It just takes a little long,
and a lot of
you'd be missing so much school. So you might not even be allowed to go to prom because your grades are so bad.
It's true. By this time this like plan actually works, you're gonna have to go to like your younger sister's prom,
and that's just
weird.
With Sasquatch,
your body's gonna change. You won't be able to rent the right tux.
And and mind you, you're still super hairy and smelly.
Yeah.
So
I'm sorry, Simon, but
and then you mistake the punch bowl for like a pond.
Yeah, like we always do.
Yeah.
Well, you've been in the woods for so long.
That's true.
You know?
And you have to learn how to kill a bear, so that's a hard thing.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And then what does that put number 4 at, which is dick pic?
Dick pic.
Dick pic's number 4.
Dick pic's number 4.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's read this out. So at number 5 we have Simon's P-Trust. At number 4 we have Angus Wright's dick pic. At number 3, corsage dick pic.
Yeah.
That has to be clear.
It has to be clear. Without the corsage, it's just...
It's not a prom proposal. It's just a dick pic.
It's true. There's nothing sweet about that.
Yeah.
And number 3 is Mark's open and honest policy. And number 2, we have Ross's the pasta plan. And number 1, we have Nilu's judgment-free Honda Civic.
We love it.
We love it. Congratulations. And now we're going to read our own list. Leslie, do you want to start off this one?
I certainly do, Tuong. So the first one is we never established like whether it was you're going to the prom on a romantic connection or just as friends. So I say you convince Sasquatch to go to the prom as friends, just buds, hanging out. At prom.
Like you go wallflower,
and then you say and what you tell, and if Sasquatch is like, I don't want to go, you go, abominable snow woman's gonna be there.
Ooh.
And last I heard, she is single because
Yeti died.
Yeti died. Yeti bit the bullet.
Suicide.
He drove sad. It was very, very sad. So yeah, that's my number 3. Number 2 is you tell him that there's going to be a photo booth at prom, and then you can finally get some pictures that aren't blurry. You need some action.
He's probably really pissed because he doesn't have like a clear Facebook profile
Exactly. So you go to prom, and then you finally get a nice picture taken of you.
Oh, that's nice.
That'd be really sweet.
And my number 1 is you're going to grow your pubic hairs for 2 years straight. Okay, and then you first of all you tell him, look, if you go to prom with me, I'm going to put out. Okay, then you don't grow your pubic hair, and then it's like, hey, it's the exact same thing.
Wait, sorry, explain that one more time.
I don't understand. So you
do that one more time, because you said you grow your pubic hair and then you don't grow your pubic hair?
No, you do. So you grow your pubic hair for 2 years straight. You say, look, I'm going to put out at prom, okay? If you come to me, I'm going to put out at prom.
Yeah.
And then once you get there, it's like, hey, look, if it's like, I don't mess with humans, you go, check this out. It looks kind of the same, right? Yeah. Looks kind of the same thing.
So it's like Angus's dick pic, but like in person.
But in person and more impressive.
Because it's in person.
And it's, it's 2 years worth of...
Question, really important question. Is there a corsage, like in the pubes? Of course there is.
And in person is the highest res you can get out of like a mental picture.
I only do in-person dick pics.
Naked man. Angus, what do you got?
Okay, so mine's... so my in no particular order, I have don't shave, which I guess could apply to your pubes as well. Mm-hmm. So just get hairy, just so that he's comfortable, because like you don't know what he's looking for. You just like let him know. I'm like you, man. Mm-hmm. Write a poem. So you some kind of romantic poem about how you love, you just love him. Mm-hmm. I'm really bad at this one. This one was tough for me because I'm like not romantic. I'm terrible. Mm-hmm. And then the last one I literally just wrote down big romantic gesture. So
anything.
So you go out like to the woods. I'm picturing once again like John Cusack like holding a boombox over his head, but instead I guess it's like a screaming goat that you're like sacrificing to him. So you stand out there in the rain with your hands above your head and you're just holding a goat that's just like wah, wah, and then it'll like some music will be playing and Sasquatch will see you and be like, maybe this guy does deserve a prom date,
Can you do your goat voice again?
Sure. Hello, it's me.
No. Me, Wilson. Get out of here, Wilson. All right, so for my top 5 list, I have dress like Chewbacca and hope for the best. Number 4 is it's a little bit harder to pull off, but it's make Sasquatch jealous by spreading rumors you were going to go take Loch Ness and put him in a spot where he tried to win you back out of jealousy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Number 3 is just do push-ups in front of him to show your dominance. As many as it takes. Number 2 is promise you won't tell the government where he lives.
Ooh, that's good.
So now I'm forcing him to come with me. He won't like it, but he's going to come with me. And number 1 is offer him the entire gymnasium of classmates as a meal.
There you go. Yes, throw your friends under the bus.
Still prom.
Yeah, I do want to say now that I've just thought of it because of push-ups is just do a lot of crunches and show him your abominable abdominals. Yeah. Anyone? All right, I'll leave.
I love it. All right, guys, that is our podcast.
What a fun time.
Yeah. Thank you to all of the improvisers who provided awesome stuff.
Yeah, it was a really cool festival. It was nice to get to talk to them about this and kind of like just silly kind of thing.
And put them on the spot and everyone getting confused afterwards, being like, what is this for?
It's funny because they got confused afterwards, but in the moment you're like, okay, how do you ask Bigfoot to prom? They're like, okay, I do this. And then they're like, what the hell was that for afterwards? But they're like, in the moment, they were so great.
So hopefully this made sense now.
I should say, I don't mean to bring this up on air, but you guys should thank me for tracking down all of these groups and then getting them to ask the question, because I did all of that work and every single one. And I just feel like you should probably. I'm pretty sure. You should probably thank me.
I'm sure Tuong did that.
I think I did.
Like I helped a little, but I'm pretty sure it was mostly Tuong.
What's this now?
Okay, I'm gonna leave now.
And thanks to our special guests here today for joining us in the Pod Cavern for Ranked. Angus, thank you so much. Angus MacDonald. Can people find you on the interwebs?
Sure. I'm Angus _MacD on Twitter.
Mackie D. No, just MacD.
Angus, yeah, MacD.
And Leslie, people want to find you, I think.
Yeah. Ranked Nation wants to find me.
Oh, Jesus.
You can find me on Twitter at Leslie Cserepy, LESLIECSEREPY. And once again, use the hashtag Leslie co-host if you want to see that happen. And if you don't, Leslie no host.
I like that.
We got to get at least one of those trending.
Please.
I need it. And you can find me at tonguelaw_ for Twitter, or just look up Pod Cavern. And if you have your own idea for a podcast, or you want to just put in an idea for a top 5 list, then send an email at ranked@podcavern.com. That's ranked@podcavern.com. Anything else, boys?
Thank you, Tuong.
No.
Who is this guy? He looks exactly like me.
What?
There's 2 of us? There's two.
I'm pouring acid on both.
Oh, it burns. Citric acid.
See you guys next time.
Bye.
Hello, friends. Thanks again for listening. Since this was an improv-type podcast, I just want to plug that Angus, Leslie, and I all do improv together. If you live in Ottawa, please check out the Improv Embassy, where you can find us doing some hot shows together, or you can take a look at Angus's Dungeons & Dragons improv team, Quest Friends Forever, Leslie's only genre-based improv team in Ottawa, Outtake Improv, or my troupe with Angus, Trevor Comedy, or Angus and I's duo team, Tuong and Agnes. Or just check out some local teams from whatever city you're in and go have yourself a chuckle fest over some improv. Anyways, plug over. See ya in 2 weeks.